So yesterday I went to the FNAF movie, and honestly I had a really great time because at first people were saying that the movie isn't good, that it's disappointing, and apparently for me it wasn't. Yeah, of course the plot isn't the same as in the games, and even the pizzeria isn't exactly the same like the one in the first game. If you see Doko's or Train's video where they went to the studio, you will see that. And I will try to tell you my review of the movie without spoilers, of course. Well, before telling you how it was, I have a bit of a story time of how I got into the cinema. Well, the movie was starting at 5:50 p.m. and I was with a friend. We met in a park and then we went to the bus station because we had to go to the mall here in Romania, where in the city where I am, the cinema is in the mall. And it was 5 o'clock when we arrived in the bus station, and the movie was starting at 5:50, and we make like 30 minutes from where we were to the mall. Then the bus came a bit late and we started to get a little bit worried because we thought that we wouldn't make it in time. Well, then the bus came and luckily we arrived at the mall at 5:35 or something. And then guess what? We arrived at the cinema and there was a very big queue of people. And guess what? Almost all of them were going to the FNAF movie. And at that moment I started to rage a little in my mind, and guess what hour it was when we arrived at the movie? It was 6:20. So from 5:50 to 6:20 we lost like half an hour of movie. Well, some ads too, but and like 80% of the people who were on the queue or in the room with me were 8-year-olds or 9-year-olds, something like that, and the other were teenagers, 16-17 years old, like me and my friend. But aside from that, the movie was actually great. There were some jump scares and gore, although I'm pretty sure that Scott stated he will not include gore in this movie, but it's better that he did because it's FNAF. Okay, and now I don't want to brag, but I didn't get scared at all because, well, if I got scared like inside of me, not to jump or something. Mostly my ears were killed in this movie because the audio was so loud that that's part of the horror in these movies, the audio. And I remember a very funny part. There's a restaurant scene where there was MadPad, and I couldn't believe that for a moment. And he even said something about it, just a theory or something, and that was very clever from Scott. And there's another part in the movie where another YouTuber makes their appearance, and you already know it from the trailer. It's Corey, and for like 2 seconds there was a panel with employee of the month, and there were some YouTubers like Doko and 8-Bit they actually made a video about it, so that's not something new. And I like the fact that Scott actually included the community. And probably one of the best thing about the community that Scott included, it's, well, I don't know if it's actually a spoiler or not, you decide if you want to hear it, but in the credits he actually included the FNAF 1 Living Tombstone song, and I know that he said he wouldn't do that, but well, Scott is a troll. And I remember that when Spring Bunny appeared at like the end of the movie or something, all of the people started cheering and clapping, and I was like okay. Or when he removed his head, and I won't say who it was, but they also started clapping. Or at the end where something really, I don't really think unexpected, maybe some people knew that this is going to happen, they also started cheering. And the jump scares were also pretty good. They could be better, but mostly the cupcake had some pretty crazy jump scares, and those kids from the forest, which were also in the trailer. But really the end was kind of unexpected, and yes. And I feel kind of weird that they included Vanessa, and I think that they made a reference to the Vanessa from Security Breach because she has a kind of similar role, in my opinion, in this game and in this movie and the game. But I like the fact that there were some references from other games, and aside from Security Breach there were 2 other FNAF games, or 3 other FNAF games that they made the reference to. But yeah, the only disappointing part for me is the fact that the pizzeria isn't the same as the one in the game, and that the plot is kinda weird with Abby and all of these things. At least the main character has the same name as in the FNAF game. And when I got out of the cinema and went to the bus station with my friend, some 8-year-olds walked by us, and one of them was telling the other that the movie wasn't by their expectation. Like, come on, you have 8 years, you weren't even born when the game came out. And that's the thing that I feel like, especially here in Romania, most of the people that are going to the movie are going just to be in trend with other people, but they haven't seen or played the game in their entire life. Now, I don't want to say that if you don't know the game you can go to the movie, but that's the thing. There's only 8-year-olds, and the game is, I think, for 12 and up or something. Yeah, and I remember that I was waiting for this movie to come out from like 2015 when Scott first announced it. But yeah, my note is 7.5 of 10, because like I said, the plot and the fact that it's not the same pizzeria. But yeah, that's my review of the movie. I really recommend you to go and watch it in the cinema, because it gives you a more creepy vibe because of the sound and the fact that it's a bigger screen. And if you like the video, like and subscribe. You can tell me in the comments ideas for videos, and I will see you in the next one.